you want to finish off? Just give us some stats quickly, Coover, on on how many games you think he's going to play next season. I'll even open it up, right? If there's 50 games in all competitions, how many games does he start? How many games is he a substitute in? And how many goals does he score in all comps?
For me, if assuming 50 games, start 25, feature in 40.
Wow. Ahead of who?
That's the thing. He can play all three forward slots. This is the point people seem to be missing. Do you think Heung-min Son and Kane are going to play every game?
I think they want to.
Yeah, but it's
right.
not a good
so
idea.
on top, how many injuries are they going to get? Kane missed 5 games last year.
Yeah, injuries is a variable that you're factoring in. I get it.
Okay. But how many times did we play them because we had no other choice?
How many times did Harry Kane stay on the pitch when we were 5-0 up, 4-0 up, 3-0 up?
There you go. So he can come on as a sub then, can't he?
Yeah, but Harry Kane stayed on anyway.
Because who was going to come on?
It didn't matter. We were 5-0 up.
Who's Harry Kane's
Lucas
replacement
Moura,
last season?
Anyone?
Bergwijn.
So keep Bergwijn then, do we?
No, I'm just saying that Harry Kane does not want to ever get off the pitch.
Of course he doesn't. Every player wants to play every 90 minutes.
Conte will yank him off if he's got someone to replace him with.
He didn't last season. He didn't last season.
When Sonny was going for the golden boot, Conte saw that we've got bigger fish to fry. He didn't want Sonny to get injured. He yanked him off on the 70th minute. That's what Conte will do to Harry Kane. So we got bigger.
He's never done it to Harry Kane. He's done it to Sonny. He always gave Luke.
Replacements for Sonny. We had Bergwijn.
He always took Kulusevski off first. He always took Kulusevski off first because Kulusevski doesn't have the kudos, doesn't have the brownie points, doesn't have the wins stacked up in his locker. And Kulusevski got to, even when Sonny was ran ragged and was exhausted and was playing awfully, and Kulusevski was playing like an absolute gem, the first person that got taken off of those front three every single time, bar none, was Kulusevski, and Lucas Moura came on ahead of Sonny for Bergwijn. And at best, Sonny got taken off in the 87th, 88th minute, and Bergwijn got 3 or 4 minutes, with the exception of the Leicester game, right? There is a meritocracy in life, but there hasn't been when it comes to the front three in Tottenham Hotspur. Sonny and Kane, and I understand why Sonny and Kane have earned their right. They've got their wins in the bag, but Harry Kane was never substituted. I don't think he was ever substituted.
A replacement. We didn't have a replacement for him.
We're 4-0 up against.
Harry Kane gets
up against Aston.
Harry Kane gets taken off the pitch regularly.
What do you mean?
He does.
Harry Kane?
Yes. Have you seen he gets a hat-trick or something? He gets taken off immediately. Or he gets 2 goals. We've got 20 minutes to go. We're cruising 4-0. He comes off.
Harry Kane?
Yes.
When?
Lots of times.
Never this season.
And the comment always goes up, we're resting him for the next game or looking after him. No sense risking him for the last few minutes.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
When was Harry Kane last substituted?
This always happens. If we're coasting a game and
you're winding me up. I'm missing a joke here. You're winding me up. When was the last time Harry Kane was ever substituted?
Where's Will Shirt when you need him? Well, when was he last taken off? Where is he?
You're kidding me, right, Goof?
No, I'm not kidding you.
When was Harry Kane last subbed?
The only times he has not come off is when we've had literally nobody to bring on for him.
Which is basically the last 3 years, to be honest.
So you're saying you've never seen Harry Kane taken off on a game
last season? No. I can't remember one. I might be wrong, but I can't remember one. There certainly wasn't 2 or 3 or 4.
He was last season he stayed on the pitch a lot more than usual, granted. But we still do take him off when we can to give him a rest. If he's already got his goals and things. But last season he definitely featured more than he did the season before, for example.
Never this season. Kane always plays 90, not last season, Kuba.
Yeah, you're right, fair enough. It's not. But it's been a regular thing before. We'll take him off with time to spare.
Has he? Jason's saying Kane has been subbed this season. Yeah. I know. He came on during. I know he was a sub and then came on during the Conference League. But in the Premier League, I don't remember him ever coming off. When we were 5-1 up against Newcastle, when we were 5-0 up against Everton, when we were 4-0 up away, 4-1 up at Villa, when we were 4-0 up at Leeds. Perfect opportunities to give Dane Scarlett 5 minutes. Never gave it to him. And I think the same thing will repeat itself next season. I think Harry Kane, I guess I've said it a million times. There should be a meritocracy. He's earned the right, but like no one should be undroppable and no one should be unsubbable. And Sonny and Kane, to the 90% of the law, are in that bracket, which is why I don't want to see us spend too much money on Richarlison. Rafinha, I think, will be interchangeable with Kulusevski. Kulusevski hasn't yet earned his stripes enough. He's had a good first half of the second half of his first season, but I don't think he's earned his stripes enough to command not being subbed. And that's why Lucas Moura always came on ahead of Bergwijn, because Bergwijn was Sonny's guy and Lucas Moura was Kulu's guy. But for me, this goes back to the point, man. I worry about how much money we're going to spend on players that aren't going to play, because Harry Kane is going to be fucking pissed off if he gets subbed or if he gets dropped.
Antonio Conte as the manager, because he'll see.
But Conte didn't do it. Conte was in charge for 70% of last season and didn't have
the players to replace him. We didn't have a backup.
But in certain situations, we didn't need anyone to come on and do a job.
That's what Conte does. He likes to replace players with like-minded players. He replaces like for like. He always does that. That's always Conte's thing. He never likes to replace a pizza for a steak. He doesn't like putting a burger in place of a spaghetti napolitana. It's always pizza for pizza, steak for steak.
Which is why you can't bring Dane Scarlett on to replace Harry Kane.
When you're 5-0 up against Everton, you can't give Dane Scarlett 5 minutes.
Is Dane Scarlett a target man?
When you're 5-0 up, it doesn't matter. You could bring on a goalkeeper. You could bring on Galini and put him up front.
Ben just said, Conte likes to replace like for like.
And Dane Scarlett is a striker, allegedly.
I'd say Harry Kane's more than a striker, isn't he?
Oh, come on, Coov. Come on, Coov. You're arguing.
No, seriously.
It's an insane point.
Is Harry Kane somebody that drops back and creates? Are you saying he isn't?
At 5-0 up. At 5-0 up, it doesn't matter.
It does matter. If Ben's saying it... Oh, come on. If Ben's correct when he says Conte likes to replace like for like. Is Dane Scarlett the same as Harry Kane?
Are you actually arguing that the reason why Dane Scarlett didn't get 5 minutes is because he's not the absolute clone of a player of Harry Kane? When you're 5-0 up. When you're 5-0 up. Huh?
Like for like does not mean clone, does it?
Harry Kane was playing
similar qualities.
Harry Kane was playing in the 9 role against Everton, against Newcastle, against Villa, against Newcastle at home, Newcastle away. It didn't matter. We'd scored so many goals. If there was a time to give someone 5 minutes, it was then. I can hear myself in the background. I don't know why. Someone got something going. But Cooper, I can't understand why you're defending the point here. It's madness.
Why is it madness?
Because you're saying that the only reason that Conte didn't sub Kane is because he didn't have an absolute replica of Harry Kane.
No, not when did I say absolute?
A like for like.
That's not the same, is it?
Well, I think Dane Scarlett
is not identical, is it?
What's that? You're doing Will Stewart now, mate. Don't do that.
Well, I'm not surprised he does it now.
Yeah. Who's going to get a stat sheet out in a minute?
This is madness. This is madness.
I do actually have to go, Shawnee. Unfortunately,
we're going to wrap it up soon.
Sorry, go on.
I have to go and get lunch.
Okay. Let me get some links up to everyone. Give me 2 seconds, boys. Give me 2 seconds. This has been fun though. Can't believe you, Cooper. Can't believe you.
It's just like saying, "Oh well, Conte will just go 4-4-2 because who's on the bench, give him a go."
5-0 up.
Yeah, he sticks with his formation and his system of play, doesn't he?
What
Conte does. He's stubborn. Everybody knows this. Well, apparently, not everybody, but most people know this.
Bloody hell, Sean, get it right.
I can't believe I'm hearing this nonsense.
I'm not going to name names, but a lot of people, we should sign Christian Eriksen, a player like Christian Eriksen. When is he going to play? Antonio Conte plays 2 formations, 3-4-3 and 3-5-2. He's never going to play it.
I never would have guessed that, Ben.
Yeah,
I would have just thought, he's available. Just give him a go.
Yeah, just put him on. Just play number 10 when there's no number 10 on the pitch.
He's a very stubborn manager with a very rigid style.
I can't believe I'm hearing this defense of this ridiculous argument. This is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life. When you're 5-0 up against Everton, and you think that playing Harry Kane's playing a forward role, and you think it doesn't make any sense to rest him for 5 minutes to give Dane Scarlett 5 minutes, who is a forward, and you're arguing the fact that Harry Kane plays a little bit of a 9, a little bit of a 10, and Dane Scarlett doesn't do both, or maybe he does but doesn't do it quite as well. Therefore, there's no justification to give Harry Kane a breather and bring on Dane Scarlett when you're 5-0 up and you're defending that nonsense argument. I've never heard such waffle in my life, Alex.
Oh, you're waffling, bruv. You're waffling.
Alex has got to be somewhere in the background informing Cooper on his point. This is madness, Cooper. This is madness.
Wow. Yeah, Conte just changes his styles willy-nilly, doesn't he?
I'm astonished.
He's one of the most stubborn managers in world football.
You don't have to change your style when you're 5-0 up and you give Dane Scarlett 5 minutes.
Again, Harry Kane and Dane Scarlett are not the same style. You adapt you change your way of playing if you rotate the two.
So where does Dane Scarlett play then? What position does he play?
From my opinion, he's best to play off the shoulder of a striker. He's best playing in the two.
So there's absolutely no justice. So you're saying that the reason why Harry Kane was never subbed last season is because there was literally nobody in club football at Tottenham Hotspur who could play in the 9 role.
Can't play
not even for 5 minutes.
Can't play his role.
In a role, number 9.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Conte's stubborn with his system.
You're stubborn with your argument. You're stubborn with your argument.
He's really well known for this.
I can't believe I'm hearing this nonsense. Let me know in the comments whether I'm wrong